Hello everybody, welcome back to C&S Corvettes in beautiful sunny Sarasota, Florida. It's your Corvette buddy Lyle here to talk to you about more interesting, exciting, and hopefully helpful Corvette stuff. Today we're going to cover the costs of not keeping up with maintenance. Hello my 71,000 plus YouTube viewers and the 37% of you who haven't subscribed yet. I just wanted to say thank you for all of your help with getting us more subscribers and actually clicking that button. As you know, our goal is to get to 100,000 by the end of the year, and you are the only one who can help me do that. So if you aren't subscribed, please do. And if you find value in what we do, please share our channel with other Corvette people you know. Thank you. So let me set the stage for this for you. About a year ago, we had a customer come in with their C5 for an inspection. They had just recently purchased the car and they wanted to know what its needs might be. At that time, we told them, listen, your torque tube is making a lot of noise. It is definitely time to go ahead and have that rebuilt. And they said, okay, well, let me get a little bit used to the car. Let me drive it for a little bit and I'll get in touch. Well, they waited about 9 months to make an appointment and we were 2.5 months out. So finally, the day of the appointment arrives, 9 o'clock hits and he's not here. 10 after 9, I get a phone call, broken down on the side of the road. Okay, so we send a wrecker, have the car brought in, and put it up on the lift. Yeah, probably should have taken care of that torque tube a little earlier. Just to give you an idea, Tony's going to show you some B-roll here of what this torque tube looks like. Basically, what happened was the couplers completely disintegrated, the rubber bits in the torque tube. And when they disintegrated, some bolts came loose that were used to hold the couplers and the input shaft together. And those bolts, spinning around and spinning around and spinning around for several months, basically cut their way out of the torque tube. And the torque tube just exploded. There were a couple of bolts on the ground when the tow truck showed up. And when we got the unit out, this is the result. This is the leading edge of the torque tube, and it cut its way completely out. So not only does he need a torque tube rebuild, he now needs a donor torque tube as well. This is one of those situations that makes me shake my head because this customer, super nice kid, knew about this well ahead of time and figured, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. When someone who knows what they're talking about tells you, listen, this needs to be taken care of sooner rather than later, this is what we're trying to avoid. Now, the best way to determine if your car needs a torque tube rebuild is to get it on a lift and to listen to the front, the back of the torque tube, the transmission case, and the differential case using a technician's stethoscope. Basically, instead of having the little cold thing that they put on your chest at the doctor's office, this has an extended metal tube, and you just touch the metal tube to things you want to listen to, and it lets you isolate the source of rattling, growling, whatever. If you don't have access to a lift, but you still want to check your torque tube, and this goes for C5, C6, C7, here's exactly what you do. Listen carefully. Get in your car. Start the car. Leave the car in park or in neutral, depending on what transmission you got. Take your right elbow and set it on the center armrest over here to your right. Put your left arm on the armrest on the door panel. So arm here, arm here. Then I want you to gently bring the RPMs of the engine up to about 2,500 and then gently back down. Gently back up to 2,500, gently back down. Do that 2 or 3 times. If you start feeling vibrations like this in your arms when they're resting there, you know that your torque tube is going. That something is no longer spinning concentrically, something's out of balance, something is starting to degrade. That is the easiest way to know if your torque tube is getting ready to go. So this is a simple test you can do at home. And if it's definitive, you're like, oh yeah, I can definitely feel that. Call your local trusted mechanic and make an appointment to have this done before you end up here. If you aren't sure At least have, if you think it might be a problem, make an appointment to have your oil changed or whatever, and while they have it in the air, have them listen to those various points with the stethoscope for a definitive diagnosis. I really hate seeing this happen to these cars, and more importantly, I hate seeing it happen to people who really love these cars, and they just felt that they could get by a little longer, and it ends up costing them way, way more time, effort, and money than it should. So this is our instructional please do this video for the week, for the month. Please pay attention to this in particular, and anytime you have a maintenance issue that you might be concerned about, address it sooner rather than later so that you don't end up in this position. I hope you found this helpful. If you have questions or if you have stories about maintenance that you should have done and you didn't, you had this kind of problem, put it below in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Talk to you soon.